always a pleasure bringing you the latest updates in the world of sports. Good morning and welcome to Sports Recap on Hughes TV. I am Ainan Liben.
And my name is Memo Cynthia Asoya. Welcome.
Of course, beginning as usual from the local scene where the Minister of Sports, Sunday Dari, on Tuesday led the 10-year Football Development Master Plan Committee to present the reports to Nigeria's President, Muhammadu Buhari, who received the report from the Minister and also Chairman of the committee, that is Ibrahim Galadima, and his members at the Aso Rock on Tuesday, August 23. The President, in his reaction, came out to say that football is a national asset, and he has vowed to ensure that he will promote Nigerian football in the 10-year master plan.
All right, that's a wonderful improvement coming from our very own President,
Yes.
President Muhammadu Buhari. But for sports, starting with the 10-year development, I think it's a very long-term goals, you know. It's something that they would have started with maybe a 3-year or 4-year implementation, first of all, because before you want to leap to the next year, you have to first get a plan. So although we don't know what the 10-year development plan is all about, but I feel that you would have started small, given it that we are going to start from the grassroots system. I feel that it would have been something they started off with, maybe a 5-year plan before we move on to the 10-year.
Of course, talking about leadership in football, the Electoral Committee of the Nigeria Football Federation, that is the NFF, they are already set to make a change of hands in their leadership, as Amaju Pinnick has concluded two tenures as NFF presidency, is set to drop the leadership and hand over to the next set of people that will be taking leadership in the NFF. Recall that the federation has been rocked with a lot of challenges rising from the welfare of players and also poor performance of the national teams. We saw what happened at the World Cup, Falconet, AFCON, Women AFCON also. It was all in shambles, and of course they are set to make their election on September 30. And of course the candidates who will be on the ballot will be known in the next few days, as forms will be picked by interested candidates.
It's a good one there. I can't wait to get the interested aspirants. I want to see who is going to pick up the form, and we need change, and we need it quickly in football and other sporting activities happening. I think in due time, it's right for Amaju Pinnick to step down, and of course, let's give room to people that love football, that sees football and other sports as a passion. And I think that's the kind of candidates I would be willing, or we would be willing to see that will pick up that one. All right, still on the local scene, we have the Algerian Football Association. That's the AFA, has confirmed the Desert Foxes will tackle the Super Eagles of Nigeria in a friendly next month. And of course, that encounter is billed for Milord Gaddafi Stadium, Oran, on Tuesday, being September 27th. And the AFA also announced that the Desert Foxes will face Sai Stars of Guinea in their first friendly before they meet Nigeria.
Well, when it comes to African football, we know that the North Africans have always had an edge over the West African side. I mean, look at what happened in the AFCON, where we saw Tunisia, one of the North African countries, defeating Nigeria, and also when the Falcons, they were also knocked out by a North African team. So when it comes to football in Africa, I think the North African side have an advantage, but of course we'll be hoping to look for a positive note under a new coach, talking about Jose Peseiro. Recall that under him, Nigeria was able to record their largest win ever, and so perhaps he may be able to turn the fortunes of the Super Eagles.
Oh, let's hope that will be okay, because we see that both Algeria and the Nigeria didn't qualify for the World Cup. So let's see what they will play out in the friendly coming up next month on 27th. Moving up to UFC, where Nigerian Kamaru Usman remains the favorite over welterweight champion Leon Edwards, despite losing the title to the Briton on Sunday. Yes, I recall that he lost that one with a very hard kick in the final minutes, and of course that was how he was knocked out. The Nigerian Nightmare was up. He was winning 3-1 on the judges' scorecard, but then Edward and he was expected Edward was expected to lose and Cameroon win in a unanimous decision. But then, from nowhere, that kick to his head, and of course, it knocked him out, and that was how he lost that belt. But I know that he will be coming back, and of course, he would also plan on ways to avert that kind of knockout that puts him on the ground so quickly.
Well, that's a very terrible kick. But moving away from mixed martial arts now to basketball, where ahead of the window of the Fiba Basketball World Cup 2023 African Qualifiers, the organizers have released the power ranking for the competition. Now 12 teams are competing for 5 places allocated to Africa, and the power ranking reveal the strength of each team and their possibility of securing the ticket. According to the ranking, Nigeria's the Tigers are placed in 5th position, with Sudan, Tunisia, Ivory Coast and Egypt ahead of them. The addition of Tokyo 2020 Olympians are Josh Okogie, Ike Nwamu, Mike Oni, and the return of coach Mike Brown has boosted the Tigers' chances for the next 3 games against Angola, Guinea and Cote d'Ivoire. Now Nigeria has been listed as among the top 5. What is your reaction to this?
Well, it's a very good one there, but although Nigeria used to be the second or first then. But then Mike Brown is back, and of course we expect things to develop, and a lot of artists will really move on, and we will see a lot of players, although we saw Cote d'Ivoire after their 2 key players withdrew from the team. It was gathered that the foreign invited players and stormed the team's camp in Abidjan, and without the duo of that Matt Costello, it was a very, very wrong one. All right.
Well, shocking one there in basketball. But let's go back to football, where Cameroon legend Samuel Eto'o believes that an African country can win the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Recall that the World Cup is set to take place between November 20 and December 18 this year. Now it's on record that no African country has ever gone past the quarterfinals of the Quadrennial Mondial. What will you say to Samuel Eto'o's seeing an African country winning the World Cup?
Well, there's a difference between seeing and working towards it. We have countries, although Nigeria not among, Ghana is there. Let's see how it goes. This is a new ground. They have never played in. First of all, is a new ground, new date. Season will be on, and they will go on the international break and go and play the World Cup. This is going to be the ever first one. So, if the African countries can utilize that, because it's a new ground, new environment, new time, they're going to play it in the heat season in Qatar. But of course, there will be air-conditioned stadiums and everything to cool off. But if they can use this new environment, it's going to be that every team will have to adapt to this thing. So whoever adapts quickly, we might just see an African country coming out.
All right, still talking about the World Cup, former Germany striker Jürgen Klinsmann has predicted that Argentina will win the FIFA World Cup in Qatar later this year. Argentina is in Group C in the 2022 World Cup and will face Saudi Arabia, Poland and Mexico, while Brazil is in Group G alongside Serbia, Switzerland and Samuel Eto'o's Cameroon. Now we're seeing Klinsmann coming to say Argentina will win the World Cup. And of course, do you agree with this? Especially the fact that Lionel Messi is in that team, and this could be his final World Cup in his career.
Well, it's his own opinion, but of course, Argentina, against all odds, might just be able to come out from their group stage quickly and easily. And if they come out on top, they might meet the first very unlucky or lucky country to knock out before we see that they're going to the quarterfinal. So it's not going to be an easy one for them, as